we are going to conclude our experiment today for 5e players, people who have played 5e. We're going to go to level 2 today at some point.
I think my favorite fight thus far was the tiered and getting into the cave. Because that really kind of, the skill checks in missed combat really just kind of added to the complexity of a battle that was like two dudes.
Let's just jump right in. Dunmere took some hits. For treat wounds, we look at the last time that recipient had treat wounds attempted on them.
I have one healing spell left. The healing spells that I have are the healing spells that I have. I can't sacrifice fear or magic weapon, cast another healing spell, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like the feature though that you get here's 4 free healing spells because you got a good stat. Mm-hmm. And now you don't have to eat up your normal spell slots with those. So that's a very nice mechanic. Common
advice for people coming from other systems is to try to be at full health. Dunmere was wounded from the pit trap, and you guys pressed on. That was
oh, yeah.
You're not aware of a time pressure.
The people who DM a lot are way more paranoid than regular players because we know how crafty we are, and you do it. But what gets me, Ron, is your tone of voice. Do you have this tone of voice where you're like, well, you're not aware of any time constraint? It's just this tone where you're like, that absolutely tells me nothing. It's like the perfect poker tone. So we're like, there could be, or we're just psyching ourselves up and freaking out.
I'm glad. So that way the torture is entirely self-imposed. That makes it more genuine.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you heard my die roll earlier.
No, but I wish you hadn't told me about it now.
Yeah, I saw it pop up. I thought I misclicked something.
Yeah, nothing happens. And you are now at full health.
You're scaring us.
He's like, yeah, nothing happened. So
that you're aware of.
All right, done here. Right.
I do need to repair my shield though.
My second attempt during the next 10 minutes while you're trying to heal yourself.
Okay.
Oh. I told you guys.
I don't think you've had a successful roll in this adventure yet.
I have not.
FYI, you didn't critically fail in repairing the shield. That would have done 2d6 damage to the item. And you apply the item's hardness to it. So there's a chance of destroying an item when you're repairing it.
Oh boy.
You see a room with a yawning pit in the middle, about 10 feet deep. And across the chasm, there are 2 statues. This is a high-ceilinged room, about 20 feet above the floor you're standing on right now. And there is a large number of bats. There's a number of corpses in the pit. There seems to be a mechanism on the far side. It looks like there could be a bridge coming out from that side.
I think I may be able to jump across it, assuming that nothing's gonna go wrong.
To make you paranoid. You see I'm combining my, possible things that could go wrong. Yeah, to do a long jump, you normally need a 10-foot running start. Lem has quick jump and does not need that running start.
All right. You're absolutely right.
All right, give us an athletics check.
Well, before you do that, Shank has a bow, right? Do you want to shoot the statues to make sure they're not gonna kill us?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
This one you penetrate, but it's not responding.
Here you go.
Okay, 21, nice. 21 feet forward. Kick. It's coming out. Do you see a?
That is so cool.
Yep, and however, it seems to have alerted the bats.
Bats.
Yeah.
Shoot the bow.
That's a direct hit. Okay, 5 gets resisted, has resistance to that. It's gonna go after Duval. Blood Feast. Each enemy in the bat swarm space takes 1 to 4 piercing damage, and you make a basic reflex save. You succeed. So that is reduced to 0. We round down. And its last action is to do the same.
There we
go. Okay, that's a critical failure. It's doubled to 2 piercing damage. And you also are now bleeding from your wounds. You have to take persistent bleed damage.
I will attempt to cast fear and drive it off.
It succeeds. Now, it would be frightened 1. However, I believe fear targets one creature, right? So I don't think it has an effect.
I'm just going to kind of like put my back to the wall and raise my shield.
I don't know if you caught it, but they don't have an attack roll.
Oh, that's a good point.
So you take the persistent damage, which is 1 bleed damage. This persistent damage has a chance of ending on its own. You need a 15 on a flat check for that to end. You're going to say something about the effect on a successful save, Brent?
Yeah, I like how that works because I think in D&D it's just pass fail. So I do like that. So it doesn't feel like you're wasting a spell. I'm going to slice at these bats
with your longsword. That's a success. This is a magical longsword. That's actually a 25, and that critically succeeds. So roll your damage again. So that's 12 slashing damage. It seems a little more effective than the bow that landed.
To be expected.
So 12 damage is reduced to 9. It is near death.
Oh, a lot weaker than I thought it would be. I'll just slash it again because it's near death.
And you've defeated the bat swarm.
Yay.
Yay.
We still have a problem of a bleeding Duval. If someone has healer's tools, you can try to administer first aid.
You ever seen a guy die from 1 point of damage around?
Yeah, if it would be Duval. You know, one way to end bleeding, actually, I think, is to get them to full hit points.
I'll just move there and give them laying hands.
You heal 6 and the bleeding stops. All right, that ends that.
I think Duval's just going to whine and then wonder if he has rabies.
You see double doors with, it looks like whoever this tomb is dedicated to. There's representations of him leading some kind of army. You see what appears to be a large chamber.
It looks like a final boss arena.
Sounds like something is right there and is hidden to you, which is a defined condition in Pathfinder.
From every novel I've read about necromancers, this looks like where one would live.
It's more like a vampire of sorts.
Listen, Ron doesn't need any help with ideas. Shields up and let's move in.
You hear someone yelling from that square, "You idiot!" And there is now a ghoul approaching the party. You hear a spell being cast. Nobody is able to recognize it. Epsum liberatum Isra. Okay, 5 damage. The ghoul's running up to you, leaps right here. It's going to try to bite you in the neck. Misses.
Peekaboo and shoot. Jeez. If at first you don't succeed.
Oh!
Then roll a 20. That is 10 damage.
And we're looking for a necromancer. We heard a spellcaster. I'm going to cast magic weapon on Dunmere.
The easygoing necromancer says, "You idiot!" And he extends his hand to the ghoul, and a black miasma extends from his hand, and heals it. 15 hit points. So he cast harm on his minion.
Seems to be a good camp flanking position. Now this guy is much more clear to my vision, right?
Yep, and there seems to be 4 of him.
Oh, that's what he cast.
Rage and strike.
All right,
Nice.
That is a critical hit.
Nice.
Come on.
Oh, 25.
Oh.
You have destroyed the ghoul. Your rage caused it to be a one-shot.
Drop my bow. And draw my sword. And
All right. 3 action economy means you run up.
I'm wielding my sword and shield. Can I grapple while wielding those or no?
You need a free hand.
So I will start by just striking him then.
It's flanked. 27. And he is flanked. And him being flat-footed makes that a critical hit. If he rolls a D1 on this D4, then you hit him. Okay. All right, you hit an image. And negating your damage. Okay.
Dang.
So he says, "I will get you." Cast Fear on Dunmere. Give a will save. Okay. 10. That's a regular failure. That makes you frightened 2. And he will move in the corner.
Once again.
Okay, that's a hit. All right, he's down to 1 image.
Shank.
Okay.
You know what? A regular miss causes one of the images to disappear. And if it were a critical miss, it would not. So he's out of images.
Ooh.
And try to grapple him.
That is a... Whoa!
Ooh.
You succeed. He is now grabbed. He is now flat-footed and cannot do move actions. I want to double check that there's no critical success on grapple. You have him restrained.
Punny is restrained, yeah.
He's restrained, which means he can only really try to escape.
That's really good.
He's going to try to escape, which for him is +9.
Oh.
Actually, +8
like
against your
Kung Fu
athletics
Necromancer.
DC. Oh, hold on. You're still frightened 1. All right, so it needs a 16 here. Okay, he succeeds, but he blew an action on that. Then next thing he does is he extends his hands, and he there's a line of tendrils extending out. Make a save against this spell. 15 possible negative damage.
Could you stop rolling so many damage dice? It's unnerving.
It's a 2nd level spell, so it's heightened. There you go.
Ooh.
That is a 2nd level spell.
What if I go here in the top?
Give me a DC 20. If you want to do it in 1 action, you could get there in 2 actions, no problem.
All right.
I'm going to say DC 20 athletics. Failure, you stand here. Critical failure, you're prone there. If you can do it in an awesome way. All right, you leap up there. Angrily.
Anakin, I have the high ground.
Okay.
I will try to demoralize him first. With that thing I said. Oh, can I hero point that?
Sure.
There you go.
All right, that succeeds. He is frightened 1.
And will strike.
You have the high ground.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, critical hit, you guys. Every +1 matters.
Every
yeah.
one matters.
+10, his AC was lowered to 16. And roll crit damage. Crit anger damage. Well, he had false life cast on him, and you slice him diagonally across his upper torso, and you see his heart and lungs exposed, but he is still on his feet thanks to that necromantic spell he cast this morning.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right.
So what does false life do exactly? Just save you from dying once?
It gave him 10 temporary hit points.
Oh my. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah,
That in a nutshell was very Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Here's the twin feint. Nope, not a hit. And 2nd. That is a hit, and you get to add your sneak attack damage and backstabber damage. That's going to be 10 damage, and he is defeated, folks. You have defeated the necromancer. What do you need to do next?
Okay, well, that question is going to depend on whether the combat music keeps playing or not.
Yeah. There we go.
The boss music has faded. You see that there is a chest with a lock on it.
Believe Shank has thieves' tools?
Yeah, I do.
That will not succeed. However, your first issue is that a needle shoots out while you're manipulating the lock. Gets an attack roll against you, Shank. Okay, 19 is a hit.
Wow!
1 damage.
13.
1 damage, but make a fortitude save. You succeed against the poison, so you are not going to experience the nightmare that is poison.
Can I see if he has the key on his corpse?
That's a good idea. And you find a key, and you also find a letter. It says, "You have done well. Next, I need the spirits of capable heroes."
What is that?
Well,
It's a trap.
I'm sure you're clever enough to come up with a ruse to lure them. Signed, M.
Well, He definitely isn't clever.
Did we get the name from the guy who?
Well, we were lured.
The letter is addressed to a Reznor. So that was the name that was given to you guys by the goblins.
Oh, the necromancer's name?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was bringing guard.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did we?
It also indicates deliver their corpses at the twin trees. Well, here you'd find 2 vials, 10 gold pieces and 40 silver pieces, and a mummified hand, a very slender hand hanging on a chain. We're kind of at a breaking point of the story, and you get to make new checks every day. So I think we're at a point where I'm going to just auto-identify everything for you. And you guys level up.
Yo.
Hey.
Elixir of Life, Dark Vision Elixir, and Hand of the Mage is a worn item that lets you have Mage Hand as a cantrip, and anyone can use it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's neat.
One thing that's cool about Pathfinder is that items have levels, and I know I can give this to you. It's a level 2 item.
Oh.
So I'm throwing treasure on you already.
One thing I noticed that most of the violence on Pathfinder is based on levels. Like the proficiency is also at your level. That's why there's like times where you can't hit like a high level enemy, but low level enemies cannot hit you, and that's actually works.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a skill feat and a class feat at level 2. This is also your option, if your chance to explore the archetype system if you want. All of your stats will go up by 1.
Cool.
Proficiency works on everything. Yeah, Quick Draw lets him use 1 action to unsheath a weapon and strike with it.
Ooh, that will be handy.
Yeah.
Especially since I constantly swap weapons.
You can take the medic archetype, which requires that you have the battle medicine skill feat. So you can take battle medicine at this level and take the medic archetype, which makes you an expert in medicine.
That's what I want, sir. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
With as important as healing is in this.
Oh, apparently a barbarian can cast Lay on Hands while raging.
Really?
Everyone go blessed ones. Blessed one. Let's go. Lay on hands for everyone.
Tubbs, another benefit of medic that I didn't mention was that you heal more.
Yeah, the medic dedication, I just saw that target regains 5 additional hit points at DC 20 and 10 at 30.
I get a skill increase too, so I'm gonna become expert in stealth. Plus 10 to initiative. Let's go.
Yeah, he has plus 10 in stealth now. There's a cool feat, level 4 medic feat called Doctor's Visitation, that lets you stride and apply battle medicine in a single action.
They're like drive-by healing. You just keep on going.
Well, you run up to them and then stop. But yeah, it's
so you slide into home base healing?
Yeah.
Awesome. It's awesome. See, and even more cool stuff is added at second level. Like we got all this cool stuff at first level, and then it's like, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Here's more cool stuff at second level.
There's more.
Yup, at every level.
I picked Catfall because none of the other ones seem appealing.
Yeah, Ghost, you keep talking about taking Wrestler if you want to grapple people. I was looking at that as well, and turns out at level 4 you can suplex people. Yeah, Ghost, you mentioned suplex isn't that great compared to the other stuff. Yeah, but suplexing people is funny. Oh, someone's also building a wrestler with like the Titan Wrestler feat as well and stuff, so they can suplex huge monsters on their character.
I learned recently that the wrestler archetype, if something's shape changes, you can grapple them and squeeze them back into the original shape.
Oh.
What?
Titan Wrestler, excellent. And Sudden Charge, that's a fun one.
It would be nice if I had this earlier.
Yeah, Sudden Charge lets him stride twice and strike using only 2 actions.
That's good action in economy.
Because normally he would move, strike, and now he can move, strike, strike.
Yes.
Cool.
So I was looking at taking the Bastion dedication.
Yeah, that gives you the reactive shield skill feat for free. Yeah, there is a gargantuan monster that is a building, yes. So you can suplex a building.
Oh my god.
That's also as fun as
or throw it
suplexing
across
a
the
train.
room, yes. There is a rolling throw
You can tell that Paizo, like, they waited a little while for 5th edition to come out, and then they went, how can we make it better? Because like you can just see it. You can just, like, a lot of the things where I was like, man, I wish there was more valuable customization in 5th edition. And then I get into this and I'm like, well, here's all the valuable customization.
Yeah.
You know?
In my opinion, 5e went a little too far in what it does. I mean, it worked out for them in the end, but the game was, in my opinion, oversimplified, and the rules are very vague. Rules on stealth in like DMG and player handbook are so confusing, it's insane. And the best part is they had the rules nailed down in playtest and just didn't reprint them.
Yeah.
Did you see my video on the stealth rules, Yuki?
No, I didn't.
Oh, the first 20 minutes are me ranting about 5e stealth rules.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I said, the
something
best
tells
part
me
is
you like to read about rants or see rants. So I thought of you.
Absolutely.
5e succeeded doing what it was doing. I think the problem is they might retain a lot of those design elements for the next edition, which is going to be the subject of a video series of mine. Subscribe if you want to hear my thoughts on that.
I'm trying to decide between quick repair and assurance right now, but I'm not sure how useful those are at low levels.
Assurance, though, may not be that useful either, because if you're trained, your result would be 14. Oh, wait, that's enough to repair your shield automatically, since it's a level 0 item.
I guess I'll take that for now.
Oh,
Right.
and you guys got 15 gold for your troubles. Yeah, you can buy things with your gold that can upgrade your character. By the way, you can buy runes for your weapons to make it a +1 weapon, and that costs 35 gold. One possibility is to pool resources, including selling the hand, and try to give +1 to the barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too, and we'll buff Kane.
Nice.
Someone does a crafting check to try to transfer the rune.
I can. Oh, DC 16, so I can't just use my.
But I will aid you.
I mean, I think there's no financial loss if you fail. It's if you critically fail.
Thanks, Ron.
Okay, on
hero
the main
points?
check, you succeed. All right, so that costs 38.5 gold, and that Gizarm is now going to be a +1.
Yo.
item bonuses apply to trip if he uses Kazam, doesn't it?
Yes, to your athletic skill actions, because as the trip trait, so you find the 2 trees, and you're able to track the footsteps to a nearby lair. It's a dank former mine. Dunmere, you notice that the wall seems to be shifting right ahead of Shank. Bulging out of the wall is a humanoid face, and it howls. And it seems to be screaming, and tendrils extend out.
I want to move away.
Yeah. We're going to go into initiative, and this trap has an initiative count. This is a complex hazard, folks. Complex hazards can possibly be physically damaged. You can also try to disable them using various actions, and recalling knowledge can help reveal those to you.
Jump back and then responsibly smack it with the weapon.
So that's actually 13 damage, and the hardness reduces that to 4. You know what? I'm just going to put a standard... I'm going to put a level 20 hazard up on the screen called Armageddon Orb.
Oh.
So you can see its hit point total.
Then I'm gonna run away.
Try and recall knowledge on this as well.
Okay. You conclude it's kind of a haunt, spirit and agony, but you didn't quite get a high enough roll to kind of figure out how to disarm it yet.
I was going to go for the face.
You don't get a direct hit. The hazard's turn. You all see a tendril extend out towards Dunmere, and it is now trying to enwrap itself around him. Athletics check against his fortitude DC. And that is a 16. Ooh. That does not succeed.
I would like to try and recall knowledge.
I'll just say you rolled a 1. I mean, I'm supposed to give you false info now, but it seems cruel. But
So I'm just going to be like, you have to feed it blood to satiate it.
Your own blood. All of your blood.
Yes.
You could probably move around it now because it's already taken its action to grapple me, try to grapple me. So we could just
I'll spend my second action and let's flank it.
All right, violence it is. Reach weapon. Rage.
Yes, it's deserves it. Okay. All right, you're our all-star today. Roll damage.
Yeah.
Good start.
Okay, that is 29. That's going to be reduced by hardness to 20. And it is now a broken hazard. It retreats into the wall. And whatever that was, you seem to have beaten it into submission. I'm going to copy and paste, but knowledge might have revealed to you.
You can force a spirit's face inside the wall.
Yes, with
awesome.
athletics.
Walk down.
That's actually cool.
Yeah, push its face. It looks like an abandoned mine. Whatever is about to attack you succeeded on their stealth rolls, and they're not ones to wait. Shank would be in the front, and the others are not quite there yet.
You said that I might be able to
No, I won't put the
have
zombie.
some of them flat-footed. But I rolled
if
29
they
on.
have not acted yet. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he has plus 10 to... He's an expert in stealth now. He ran into danger, so I think it would have been reasonable to say you were sudden charging from the get-go.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, you're able to get there and flank with all of your movement. This ghast comes forward, and Shank and Duval are accosted by an otherworldly stank. Give me fortitude saves. All right, you both succeed, and I think are immune to it for a minute. And it's going to now try to bite you, Duval, with a plus 11. 18.
Oh.
Misses you because of your raised shield. And now tries to claw you. And that's going to be a hit. And make a fortitude save against the claw damage. Do you want a shield block?
Yes, I would.
That means 1 point of damage gets through to you and also to your shield. And that's its last... Oh, and you succeed on resisting its the effect that would have happened from its claw. Take 2 actions to go here and flank Duval. They're all swarming all over him. That hits because of the flank for this amount of damage. That's going to be 6 damage. Those of you who played D&D know that this is going to paralyze you. Paralysis has the incapacitation trait. And what that means in Pathfinder 2e, your saving throw is 1 degree of success better against the effect. Because it's lower level, the ghoul is lower level than you. So if you were to fail your saving throw, I would move that up to success and you would not be paralyzed. Because you are level 2 now, and it is level 1. Does that make sense?
Oh.
And
Yeah.
this is the incapacitation trait.
I'm gonna try and recall knowledge on this enterprising ghoul.
You know that ghouls are fast and agile, so their other saving throws, will and fortitude, are their weaker ones. And you also know that they can inflict a disease if they bite on somebody and
Now I'm
turn
going
them
to
into
attack.
a ghoul.
Oh.
Oh, it's right here, and we'll
Make a fortitude save. Nah, none of you failed. Okay. Oh, that's a miss. All right, the dice have been low for everyone except Kane.
No, I'll trip it. I'll try to trip it with my weapon.
Okay. That
Nice.
succeeds.
There you go.
Yep, the dice are like you. And
Yeah.
that is 14 damage. That's a destroyed ghoul.
I will raise my shield.
Battle medicine?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Medic himself.
Yeah.
And you get to choose whether you want to do the more conservative die roll or the riskier one.
Conservative, sir.
Whoa, that's a critical success.
Wow.
So you healed 18 hit points to yourself.
Jesus.
Jaws tries to bite Dunmere, and here's a critical hit.
Oh.
All right, you see blood gushing out of his carotid artery. No, is that right? His neck artery. 15 piercing damage, 5. It's going to run around.
Was that 4 actions you took?
No.
It had to stand up and then attack me twice.
Oh, you're
Oh, yeah,
right.
true.
You're right. It does not move. Thanks to the trip. That would have been free, like half of his speed in 5e, by the way. It would still move.
Normal feint when faint.
Oh, okay. Faint. Faint, backstab, faint.
Guess I want
All
to.
right.
No, I am flat-footed.
Oh, yeah, you critically fail, so you're flat-footed. Yep. Oh, there you go. That's a hit. And this is it's flat-footed, so it's sneak attack damage. But you were also flat-footed.
Fair trade-off.
Yeah. Ooh, 11 damage.
Strike.
Yep. Oh. I don't know what's going on. This seems to happen in bursts. 22 damage. You what does that look like?
Let's say I split its head up.
You don't behead it. You just split it in half.
Straight down the middle.
You hear heavy footsteps coming from here.
Could hide up here to try and ambush it.
Yeah.
The steps stop. You don't hear them. They could be very stealthy, or they're just stopped.
Come around here. I still can't see anything from here, right?
Well, you see what appears to be a large creature standing at attention.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a huge boy.
Well, who has the mage hand now? Try and make like a distraction.
No, we
over
sold
here.
it.
Oh, we sold it, yeah.
Yeah, we sold it to get Lem more smash. I can just hear. You know what? I'll just go over here and be the distraction.
All right, I'm gonna do a sneak check for you. Zombie looks like it's just standing at attention.
I'll just, bang my shield on the stone. Ting, ting, ting.
It's standing at attention.
All right.
Does it want
Hold
us
on.
to go there?
I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Bang my shield on the wall.
It's just looking dully ahead towards something in the distance.
I'm gonna move up here and
You're going up the shelf, the stairs.
yeah.
You just see it looks like someone has been living here, a dead fire spot. And we're gonna roll initiative. None of you see this creature sneaking up.
Oh, no, it's a
And-
vampire.
It's going to do a sneak check.
Oh God.
30 succeeds against Dunmere.
What?
And he's going to try to claw Dunmere. And that is a 31.
Oh,
And against a flat-footed AC of 17. So that's a critical hit.
yeah.
And that's going to be 24 slashing damage. His next action is to grab onto you. I wonder what this vampire is going to do next. We enter in,
Wow.
it's in one initiative. Higher level enemies also have higher initiative rolls. You can shield block 5 of that. Oh wait, if you want to, because that would break your shield. Do you want to?
Oh wait.
That was a lot of your hit point bar that disappeared really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Let's go strike.
I've been disappointed in my dice so far until now. Okay, that's a miss.
Whoa,
Finally,
an 8 miss.
Finally, I missed something. Let's try tripping this guy then.
Oh, that makes you fall. You go fall prone on a critical failure. The zombie brute goes for it and tries to hit you. Dumir.
That was a really good sound effect.
That's a miss. Duval.
I want to double cast heal.
That is 15 health returned to Dunmere.
So I'm gonna escape from this guy. I'm gonna do athletics because that's a +8.
Okay, you succeed to break out of the grapple.
And I will raise my sheet.
I'm about to find out that it has opportunity attacks.
Okay, you move there without incident, Shank.
I'm gonna shank.
Okay, nope.
And I'm gonna miss. And I'm gonna do it again.
All right. There you go.
That's not for the target.
Yep, and it's
The rain.
okay. That's going to be 22 damage, and it resists 5 of it.
Tub, you didn't happen to pick up holy water, did you?
I did not, sir. I did not have enough money.
That would probably be nice to have about now.
Yeah, well, we didn't know we were going to be fighting vampires when this whole thing started.
I wonder who mentioned vampires.
I was just being silly, and then Ron's like,
It is our favorite vampire who is next. You have caught its attention, Shank. It will move here, and it says, "Get it, meathead!" And then he tries to claw you, and that's going to be a Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay, here's another crit for... Oh, it has sneak attack damage, too. Okay, 29 damage.
Oh.
You're down to 1 hit point, and it grabs you. Okay, this is the Pathfinder.
so it got flanking bonus because the ogre has such long reach.
Yes, it has a 10-foot reach.
But I can reduce 4 of that damage using Retributive Strike.
Yes, 4 of it is stopped because he's level 2 paladin. Yes.
Stand up. I'll come over to this guy. Yeah, you know what? I'll trip him.
All right, try to trip the brute, and this succeeds. Your 17 succeeds. Falls to the ground. It's gonna stand up, and now it's gonna go for you, Kane.
Alright.
I just did a random roll. Okay, here comes a fist punch, and that's gonna be 19. That will hit you, and it's gonna do 11 damage, and it has improved push. It pushes you 5 feet away.
Ooh, okay.
You get knocked back really hard.
Wow. I'm going to call shenanigans.
Yeah, it's had 2 very good rolls, but you guys have had some good rolls today.
I also want to point out that this vampire spawn is also overcritical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where I'm in a dilemma, and I will poll the group. I could try and get us some info on the undead creature, or I could do an AoE heal and heal everybody a little bit. And
Considering we're all injured and they're undead, I think the AoE heal is probably the best.
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That is a big.
Okay, that is 5 for everybody. They are going to do saves. Huh. They needed a 15. They both succeed, so they both take half damage, but the zombie brute has a weakness of positive damage and takes 10 extra damage.
Ooh, so that's 12.
Yep, and the vampire takes 2.
I'm going to sheath my sword and then grapple.
Okay, so this is your third action. Ooh, 26. And you succeed.
So does he also let go of Shank now?
No. It's a grab chain.
The cuddle party.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a, what's that in a line? The limbo? No.
Conga line?
Conga.
It's a conga line.
To escape or to just kill it. Or try to kill it.
Escape has the attack trait too, so.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
And I know.
Yuki has been consistent today.
Again.
Remember hero points, by the way, and 19 does not succeed against the flanked vampire. The vampire rogue, his first action is try to drain your blood, Shank, but he has to do athletics versus your fortitude DC to succeed. He needs to get a total of 16, and he fails. Next thing he'll do is try to break out of the grapple, unarmed strike versus your athletics DC. 17, and your athletics DC was 18. He is still caught.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if he were to get out, he'd still be flanked. So what he's gonna do is just bite Shank now. 20 hits Shank and also does sneak attack damage. That's gonna be Shank is knocked out.
All right, he's flat-footed. I will use this opportunity. Attack. Bam.
Nice.
All right, that is.
Yeah.
All right, that's 18 damage. He resists 5 of that. So that's it is a near death.
You can do it.
Ooh,
That is
okay.
not it.
The zombie would have gone after you, by the way, if it weren't grappled. I might.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. But
Yeah.
that is enough to bring Shank up which is the usual what the reaction heal is for. You might do 10 more damage to this big zombie.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
if they crit fail, does it do a lot more?
Not really. No. Oh, the zombie brute critically succeeded, so its weakness is not triggered. Okay.
Oh.
The main result is that Shank was brought back, and Shank gains the Wounded 1 condition.
That sounds scary.
Did we forget that you could have Champion's reactioned?
Yeah, I don't know if it would have made a difference, though.
I don't know if you would have prevented a knockout, but you would have...
Oh, and I would have been able to attack him, yes.
Yeah, you have Retributive Strike. Okay, an 18 does not hit its flat-footed AC.
Actually, I'm going to trip it.
That does... Makes you fall.
Oh,
it is
no.
a very nimble... It does a jujitsu on you.
Get up.
All of this while you're grabbing it, by the way.
Oh, yeah. And since the trip didn't work, I'm just going to try and grab it again.
Wait, yeah, the audience is asking about hero points. You guys have hero points, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 27 does succeed. You do grab it again. I think the hero points is the secret sauce you guys are... That's making this combat seem harder than it was intended.
Yeah.
Okay, Shank, you drop everything in hand when you fall unconscious. This would be an argument for having 4 dog slicers.
Someone, you're laughing. Someone mentioned that I should just have like so many weapons.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. I'm leaving.
Yes, I'm gonna quick draw my bow.
Oh, there is sneak attack because it is grabbed, so you do get the sneak attack damage. However, that is reduced by 5. Overcritical vampire rogue wants to get out of this death grip of yours. It's gonna succeed. It is no longer grabbed. It is gonna go after Duval. It's gonna go here, and it's gonna try to claw Duval. That 20 will hit, and it will do... It does not get sneak attack here. Okay, you were not raising your shield since you did 3-action heal, and that's 12 slashing.
Come on. Finish this.
That misses by 1.
Hero point.
Give me hero points. I'll give you my hero points if I can.
Come on.
That is a hit. That hits
Nice.
for 14.
Man.
Okay, that is 13 damage. Actually, technically, it's made it unconscious. That gentleman is a level 4 creature.
Oh.
Yeah, I would like to
It's 1
treat
per hour
Shank.
is the rule. All right, that 17 succeeds, and that restores 11.
How many actions is that?
1 action, Battle Medicine.
Can I battle medicine twice in 1 round?
Yes.
Guess who's next? Kane.
Okay, that's exactly what you needed. So 10.
Ooh.
So you're rolling dice and succeeding.
Awesome.
Step up between them.
All right, you are the champion, interposing yourself.
Yes.
That hits. Roll damage.
All right.
And 9. It has weakness 10 to slashing, so it's 19 damage.
Oh.
Nice.
And I should.
Ooh, 27, and that critically hits the zombie brute.
Nice.
Okay, that is 14 damage. It does not trigger weakness. One of the pus-filled pustules on it bursts when you hit it, coating adjacent creatures with a vile fluid. Make a fortitude save, Damir.
Oh boy.
All right, you refuse to be sickened. You are not sickened.
Can I recall knowledge on why the vampire don't die?
What you recall about vampires is that they have a coffin. It needs to be beheaded and anointed with holy water while the stake is in place. Having a stake in place prevents it from coming back.
There's plenty of wood around here. We're gonna just make a stake real quick.
Yeah. 17 hits, as zombies are easy to hit. And 9 becomes 19. It is now near death.
Come on.
No.
No, hero point.
Oh, you're hero pointing it. Okay.
That's better.
It's your 4th 20 of the day. What would your damage be?
Oh my god. Let's see that.
That's going to be 25, and its weakness to slashing makes that 35. That destroys it, and its its arms come off. You've like completely obliterated, filled with pus, and It's a pretty messy death. You have one.
Mm-hmm. That was
Okay.
a messy battle.
Yes, it was. And I think it's time for the victory sound. And congratulations. You find that this indeed is Mort, the necromancer who had bigger plans, which you are not aware of. Anyway, this is a one-shot adventure. You would be finding in this treasure a +1 returning spear in its loot. And a returning is a level 3 low-level rune, property rune, that can be applied to any weapon so that when it's thrown, it returns to its owner immediately. What do people think about today's session?
Fun. A lot more fun when I can hit stuff.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
the blood.
that,
Look at the blood.
Yeah.
This was a severe encounter.
Of course it is.
Definitely felt like that this time.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
what do you think of the much talked about difficulty in
I like it.
severe fights? Yeah.
It's very clear. Like you feel it like right at the beginning because it's like I hit you and there goes half your hit points and you're like, oh, it's going to be like that.
Yeah, or 95% of your hit points in the case of...
Oh, yeah. 29 hit points.
Yeah, it was funny because he was like, you take 29 points of damage. And I was like, does he even have that many? And I was like, oh, he's down. And then Ron goes, you have 1 hit point left. And I was like, everyone matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hit points continue to swing like this even at the high levels. The damage scales with your hit points scaling. Being unconscious is not far off when dealing with a higher level creature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
Well-
2 levels above us, so.
Yeah.
One of the flaws of 5th edition game design, any game that you roll for hit points, you can't scale your fights. I think it's just better to just go with maximum hit points. It's easier to say this is the exact hit point a 3rd fighter with a 12 con will have.
One of the things they did with 5e was because of bounded accuracy, and the main differentiation is how long they stick around. So they have the hit points kind of balloon for monsters much more than they do for player characters. So with damage not scaling up at the same time, you have less dramatic hits. It takes more time to take down a higher level creature. Stunning strike.
Like the monk stunning fist.
It's you hit Constitution saving throw almost
So the monsters have
impossible.
like really high constitution anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Only succeed if they roll natural one.
I think the way 2E handles ability scores, though, I like. You're not rolling for anything, nothing's random. I mean, you can point by in 5e, but
I would say
I don't feel like point by has enough points to it.
I would
honestly.
say
Yeah,
that
and you'll get
5e
4 more boosts at every 5 levels. I think that concludes our player segment. I want to ask folks, we want to do a short GM's React segment. Any last comments about the stuff so far before we go into that?
I'm excited to play this to make new friends.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here.
So you guys plan to introduce them as a GM? Is that the plan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Had I not left 5th Ed in November of 2019, doing this, I would have left 5th Ed for this system. It would have better suited my table than 5th Ed was. I had so many homebrew rules to try and get the feel of the game that I wanted that one of my longtime friends, one of my best friends, 10 years, my friend Spencer, he just came over and he wasn't trying to be mean. He was just like, dude, at what point do you stop calling it D&D?
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. Like, I was just like, why am I playing this game? And there's so many good systems out now. Would I switch to Pathfinder 2e now? No, because I have the game that I and my table like. But like I said, if I had not, when I was in that change mode, when I was looking for that change, this system is what I would want in a tactical combat tabletop system. I love the way the saves work. You know, if the monster's lower than you, you get a better, it has a better chance of messing up its save. If it's higher than you, you can't shut down boss fights. It's a really solid, it's a really solid system. The hard fights feel hard. The easy fights feel easy.
I'm going to just interpose how the encounter building works. So you start with an encounter difficulty that you want to shoot for. And then you look at the party's level. In this case, it was 2nd level. And I actually did that last encounter on the fly. I initially wanted to have a fire elemental creature to kind of give the barbarian something to trigger their cold damage against, to make the barbarian feel cool. But I didn't need to do that today because the barbarian was already doing a lot of stuff. And so I decided, okay, I want something that's going to be a reasonable boss, but also just makes sense for the story. I just found a level 4 creature in the bestiary, and the bestiary orders all of the creatures by level. I don't know if you can see this, but all of the level 1 creatures are together. All of the level 4 creatures are together. And I needed a level 4 creature. That was
so nice.
2 levels above the party to get a 80 XP added to my level 2 creature, which was the zombie brute, which was equal to the party level, which gives 40 XP to meet the budget of 120. That's kind of it. That's how you build an encounter.
Yeah.
That's
so much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being able to just, because if you get that on the fly, like it's already balanced, it's fun to play through. It makes sense.
Are you saying that you don't enjoy calculating the party level and then trying to calculate out the CR difficulty of that and then finding enough monsters to fill that CR difficulty to make the challenge for the players? Are you saying that you don't love all of that unnecessary math, sir?
CR is broken.
Why did they do like quarters and halves? Like, why not do whole numbers? 2E does fix a lot of the frustrations I had. Like, combat doesn't feel as clunky. It feels like a lot quicker, actually, because like you don't have to remember, like, okay, I move, okay, I attack, okay, I do my bonus action.
Yeah, you don't have the thing where you have to ask the player, "Are you done yet?" You don't have that.
Yeah, you just have 3 actions. Once it's done, you're done. Like, it's just so much simpler. Once you know, like, the stuff you want to focus on, all the actions you can take, it just goes by like that. Like, it's just so much faster.
I feel like playing this game in, like, actual, like, pen and paper will be a bitch because of the math. But I think it's just going to get, you just have to get used to it.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would be the case, but I feel like it's easy enough to remember. A lot of it's just, like, +1 or +2.
Mm-hmm.
What's gone is just eyeballing a die roll and knowing whether it's a hit. You kind of need to know the AC and compare it and see whether it's a +10 or -10. It does call for more teamwork because those +1s matter more, and things like where you're standing. Having Andrew become a heal bot, he kind of became vulnerable. He couldn't raise his shield anymore. That was an action cost. I think having everything be a single action currency, makes for more interesting trade-offs.
As you like to say, every +1 matters. Every choice matters.
Every action.
I could have opted to heal someone for a lot more hit points and raise my shield, but I wouldn't have healed everybody and potentially harmed the undead. So
you could have healed someone for that additional 8 hit points. Yeah,
you talked about the illusion of choice. So far, there really is a lot of choice in this, because I could have went big heal on someone, raise my shield, or I could do the AoE heal and heal everybody a little bit, and you know what I mean? Like, and they all matter because not raising my shield costs me 2 AC, and that's a lot. I'm gonna do one thing of criticism for the new gamer, and I'm talking about the guy, the girl, your friend who's never gamed before. This would be overwhelming.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I'm talking about the new gamer. You know what I mean? Like your cousin is like 14, and they're like, "Hey, you game? Can I play?" And you're like, "Sure." And they're like, "What?" But as a 10-year
choice, a lot of numbers. Yeah,
I wouldn't say that's overwhelming. I would say that it's intimidating when you come from 5e and you open Path Builder, and there's like, less races, but every race has like sub races, and then every race is further customizable. And then you have classes, and the classes are customizable, especially marshals who get feats at level 1, casters don't get them. And then you have skill feats, and then you have backgrounds. I got scared at first.
So for that new guy, the new girl, never gamed before, and the DM is like, let's make a character, and you're just like, I have to make what?
I wouldn't start with character creation with such a person. Unless they
but you know what?
And the beginner box, and I think the recommended way is the beginner box, but the beginner box just gives you pre-generated characters. And also for character creation, you only have 4 classes, 3 races. There's no heritages. There's no ancestry feats. You just choose a race class.
Yeah. See, if that's the beginner's box, that would be beautiful. Yeah. That's really cool.
And then when you get your character sheet, the pre-gens, it has like, here are the spells you need, and each one it uses this many actions. And then here's your reference card. Do you guys do homebrew adventures, or do you?
A lot.
Yes.
Also, all of the rules are free and online. And on Archives of Nethys. I don't know. There's a lot of mechanics that are not defined that have a big impact mechanically. Like what you can summon with conjure animals. There's a lot of gray area that the DM is kind of burdened with deciding what is the game balance going to be. It's sort of a source of stress. The players have access to the rules. They can look things up, help you look things up at the table too.
That's the thing I like about Pathfinder, because the tools and all the rules are easily accessible. You don't have there's no paywall. Everything's free. Go to Archives of Nethys. It's there. It's just there already. Instead of going D&D Beyond, buy this book to get to know like what race, like what subclass this is, just for your players because they want to play this subclass. No.
Actually, I had this thing and came up in I was running Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and there is a chase scene where they will tell you for rules on that thing, go to DMG this page.
I just been running an adventure. It does refer to chase rules, but the chase rules are also online. You can Google 2E and there, chases rules, and it gives you the system. Another thing is giving out treasure. Every item has levels. I was giving you an entire level 1, what's prescribed by the system of how much treasure to give out to a 4-person party. You can also tell the party you have 7 days of downtime, and there are rules for downtime as well. Retraining is also something that takes downtime.
Very cool.
And
that's a very handy thing.
I saw there's a feat I could have taken where I get like bonus damage against undead, and I realized like halfway through, like, I really should have taken that for this.
Oh yeah.
But I was thinking, I was trying to like think ahead, like in 5e where you can't change anything. So I figured like, I have to pick something that a little more versatile.
This is also partly a Foundry commercial, I guess. I'm not sponsored, but I've now given everybody GM permissions in Foundry. You can see that all of the bestiaries and all of the artwork, I believe, from the bestiaries are here. And
that's so nice.
That is so good.
But yeah, you can see everything that is there. All of the feats from all of the books and all of the even slim optional books are here for building characters. So just a lot of free tools because of the open gaming license that Pathfinder is published under.
Thank you, Paizo.
Yeah.
Right? Good job.
So much nicer.
Just put a adult brass dragon there, and also
it's already sized right and everything.
Yeah, it's got all the, and
that is so nice,
and it completely works. I'm gonna attack Duval right now. In Foundry, it's also just a one-time fee. It's not a subscription. You just pay $40. You install it, and then you download the free Pathfinder module, and you have everything I showed you, except the artwork. You need an official PDF to import the artwork. Any other questions about, trying to introduce it to your group?
Honestly, I have no other question. I think most of my questions are already answered.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Cool.
Same.
Yeah. Okay, well, that tells me I did my job.
Yeah.
You did it well, sir. You did it well.
All right. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's it. That concludes our event. I'm glad you are liking the system.